Good morning, Denise and Willow too. Good morning, Denise and Willow too.
That's how I do it. Now I know to mute this one, wait for this one to come up, then I can mute that one. Sing good morning to Trucker Z because he did. You can't see him, but he had
I was
dropped us
watching
a
his video
message.
the other day.
So
Good morning, Trucker Z. Good morning to you. Good morning, Trucker Z. Good morning to you. Good morning, Eastwind Farms. Good morning to you. Good
Oh,
morning, Eastwind Farms. Good morning to you.
good morning, good morning. Uh, we're blessed that we're seeing so many new faces in here, and
Absolutely.
yes, I love it. This is the Shamrock Pixie. She
hello.
will she will be jumping off because she does have other things. She also homeschools. Tell it. Tell your business. Go ahead and tell your business. Wait, we got to sing the Blandean, Mama.
Good
Mama's.
morning, Blandine. Good morning to you. Good morning, Blandine. Good morning to you.
Tell it.
We homeschool. I jump on here. I also jump on Tommy the Bargain Effect show with Pittsburgh Anthony in the mornings. And I'm trying to learn and be a printer.
Good morning, Dwayne. Good morning to you. Good morning, Dwayne and Craig too. Good morning to Craig. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning. My little brother and my number 300. I used to know what number I was, Craig, on your when you were getting your to 1,000, and I used to know. No, it was what number you were on mine. I think that's what it was because I'd always call you my. I forget which number, but I think Craig won my 300 giveaway. It was not rigged, you guys. It looked rigged, but it wasn't
But it
rigged.
wasn't.
It wasn't. And this is what he got. He got his special, very special land shark picker picture from me. So that's what he got. Willow, I am using buttons. I'm going through your bag of buttons. And I have not, I got friend mail from I got friend mail from Debbie, and then I got friend mail from Mystique, and then from Willow, and these pretty brooches, you guys.
Ooh,
Isn't that pretty? This is going to go on a top hat. I mean, a steampunk or a top hat somehow.
oh, cool.
That's cool.
But anyway, you guys, our friend Mystique Days, she said to tell everybody good morning, that have a good morning, and give loves and hugs. So you guys, love and hugs from Mystique Days. She had to go into work, but she sent me a Facebook message and said, please let everybody know loves and hugs. She is a precious young lady.
So sweet.
She is actually she is I think the same age as my daughter. So you guys, we have it the opposite of bangs. We've got Destiny that has bangs forever.
Uh,
Traci has perfect bangs.
well, I wouldn't go down that road.
You got bangs, and look at. Oh, I should have flew the other way. Then I have my bangs that is crazy. So anyway, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Up,
Um,
everybody.
I know, Willow. That's where I dug out these. I was digging out trying to figure out what to do on this pretty jar. This jar is going to be so pretty because of the silver, you know. So I'm trying to think. But yeah, so the buttons. Look at that one. This one is going to be my jar time flies. You know, I told you guys I wanted to do jar time flies. I come across this. How fun is that going to be?
That's cool.
So when Kevin come home, I was online and I had my earbuds in and I was going through buttons and I'm like, no, I didn't cook. But I put pork chops out today, so I'm gonna cook today.
Oh,
I
I gotta get something out, but I'll get it out after.
Yeah, I'm terrible at remembering how to do that. That's why I like the fact that we have a new wave.
Yeah, I usually get stuff out in the morning, and I didn't cook yesterday. I didn't cook yesterday either because I got my shot yesterday. So when I get a shot, I come home, put pajamas on, and go right to bed. But
and Traci, you explain to the new people who you are.
I am Traci. Traci Sikkes, just living my life. Darlene and I kind of met coincidentally on YouTube, and when I needed a friend more than I ever needed a friend in my life because I just lost 2 friends. And I was really down in the dumps and I really needed a friend, and Darlene and I met, and then she started doing this morning show and I was watching it, and then between Derek and Destiny, they walked me very computer dumbly through getting onto the online, and I've been here ever since.
Google.
They were so patient with me.
Google Hangouts was a little bit
different.
different.
It's not computer dumb when you don't know what you're doing. It's a learning experience, and you did really well. So
thank you.
No.
Good morning to Super Dave. Good morning to you. Good morning to Super Dave. Good morning to you.
Oh no.
And I
Baby, you
also
better not
got
eat it. Something fell on the floor. Eat the cat.
chronic
No, go chew on the
pain
cat.
disease
Go chew
called
on the cat. Okay.
reflex sympathetic
You could
dystrophy,
chew on the cat, not on
sometimes
stuff I
called
love.
chronic regional pain syndrome, which is a chronic pain disease that is a disease of the nerves that just won't go away. Your nerves misfire and tell your brain that you're in pain all the time, and there's no cure. They can do the shots like I got yesterday. They can do injections and stuff to help. Oh my goodness, I gotta take this. Sorry.
I had to make sure the dog didn't eat whatever I dropped, you guys. Did Traci get to sing to Dave?
not. I know she was still kind of explaining
Okay.
herself. So
You guys, that is my friend. That is my that helped me along with the good Lord Himself to get the amount of subs that I have and help me grow. Well, grow not subs, grow friends and grow family, and so there's his link, you guys. This man is not afraid. He don't care if people leave his channel, but he will pray. And I told my sister Dave about you the other day that you tipped your hat and that you stopped what you was doing and you prayed for the guy that lost his mother. And I believe, was it Awaken World, Dave? Because I don't know why I wrote down Awaken World on my prayer list. But it's been a blessing to meet everybody, and it's been a blessing to meet Super Dave because he just don't care. I mean, he's the one that one day told me to be bold, and so he's driving. You better be careful. So yeah, he is he is brave and he's bold. He told me to be bold, and when people are kind of saying things that are not nice, because he will speak out about the Lord, I will put in there bold. I'll just say bold. You know, because he told somebody one time, he said, if I'm ashamed of him, it says in the good book, if I'm ashamed of him, he will be ashamed of me one day. And you guys, I don't want to face my maker and him look at me and said, because you were ashamed of me, I do not know you. Depart from me. That right there, I know some people, if I know a lot of people that are not Christians, but I am, and I don't want to face my maker because I could not imagine hearing those words spoken to me. So, I love my maker, and I love what he's done in my life. And each of you guys, I love each and every one of you. Oh, Denise, I'm so sorry. Are you having pains in your hands today? Willow, I'm going to tell you. You guys, that box, Willow, bless your heart. For you to for each and every person to spend their money to send those packages to me, it's a blessing. It made me feel bad because you guys, do you know what almost over 22 pounds worth of jewelry? Do you know how much that costs to ship? And I know Willow don't want me to put an amount out there. But Willow, when I saw that, I'm like, oh, Willow. But thank you, Willow. I mean, it's like an adventure. When I make the cat get out of the box, and the box is still on my kitchen table, and I'm looking through stuff, I'm like a kid looking through Halloween candy. Uh-oh, you guys.
Okay. I'm back. That was my son who just had surgery yesterday. So I needed to speak with him a quick minute, but I'm back and jump back on because I see something's going on with Darlene. I love you, Darlene. I love you.
You guys, Traci, say prayer. A young guy that was friends with Casey, he just come in here and told me he did our tattoos, the ones that
With the key?
he committed suicide.
Aww.
Casey just now come in and told me. How old is Justin, Casey? 27 years old.
Oh my goodness sake.
So if you'll say a prayer for us today.
Yes, I will. Heavenly Father, please watch over the family of the young man that the Crawleys knew so well. Please take care of their family and take care of his friends like Darlene and Casey and the Crawley family. Please, please wrap your arms of comfort around them, as some of them already have enough stress to deal with, and this is just one more thing that we don't want it to put anyone over the edge. We just want to give them comfort and thoughts of love and prayer and remembrance of their friend. In your name we pray. Amen. I saw your head go down, and I was talking to Benjamin, my oldest son, who just had surgery. We got another one. Good morning, Friday Charity. Good morning to you. Good morning, Friday Charity. Good morning to you. So I quick jumped off. I told him I'd call him back, and
Did you sing to Super Dave?
I did sing to Super Dave.
Okay. You guys, I will show you. Bless him, you guys. He was so sweet. Let me see if I can get my leg up.
Good morning to 5-speed. Good morning to you. Good morning to 5-speed. Good morning to you.
It's ashy, but for him, you guys. Oh, come on, leg, don't fail me now. For him, I will show you the wonderful. I would lick my hand and then do it, but I will show you guys the wonderful work that this young man that
I'm going to
took
sing
his
to a
life.
couple people while you're doing that. Good morning to Neville and Eric too. Good morning to Neville and Eric too. Almost there. There you go.
There.
Nice. Hey guys, I have to head out.
Yeah,
So, all
baby.
Okay.
I love you.
right. Much love, everybody.
Love you, Dust.
I
Okay.
love you, baby. Pray for me and pray for the family that lost their young son. I'm okay, Mr. Pickles. I'm okay, Mr. I know. I'm okay.
We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye, baby.
Good morning, LizzAnn. Good morning to you. Good morning, LizzAnn. Good morning to you.
LizzAnn, did I not send the link? Let me look. You guys,
I'm
today's
going to
been,
just jump out of the picture and take off the sweatshirt because I'm having a hot flash.
you guys, thank you, new people that's coming, and I know you're not gonna get a grasp of you're not, it'll be hard for you to, okay, did I send it? Yeah.
Did you? Yeah.
No, today's Wednesday. I don't think I sent it to, did I send it to the Christian
I don't
Woman?
think you sent it to Christian Womanhood this morning.
Okay, let me do that. No, I don't want screen share.
Woo-wee.
For you
Getting hot up
guys,
in here.
for you guys that just come in, I'm not I can't say I'm never emotional because anybody that knows me knows I am, but for
News
Casey,
like that suddenly and without warning, it's never an easy thing. Never. It's just not easy. You can't. It was like when that is not any different from when my best friend died very suddenly, totally unexpectedly, and I got a phone call and I didn't want to take it because I knew it must not be something good, but I was thinking it was something with her husband. And then I called back and her husband's voice answered. And I thought, uh-oh, this is not good. And then he told me that she had passed. And you just don't, you can't help it in those moments.
all right, I sent it to Christian Womanhood, LizzAnn. So, and I was just, you guys, I was just talking on that subject before we went live.
Yeah.
And
God must have placed that on your heart for a reason, Darlene.
because, sometimes you feel like, you're not needed or, oh, you sung to Eric.
Yes.
Yep. See, Eric, did you tell her, Eric? Did you send the little, yep, cue my song. But.
Yeah, see, Willow said, nope, sometimes when it's such a shock that the waterworks just kick in. You don't have a choice. They just, good morning to Myra. Good morning to you. Good morning to Myra. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Myra. Well, Neville, when Casey come in, I worry about my mom and my daughter. So the look on his face,
You knew something wasn't right.
I was afraid it was something wrong with my mom or my daughter. And Kate, that is the second person. Well, let me get this.
Good morning to Sonia. Good morning to you. Good morning to Sonia. Good morning to you.
I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know. Oh, I don't want it that low. I don't know how to fix Casey's camera. Um, so that is, my son lost, we lost our nephew just 2 years ago to suicide. And he was a little bit younger than Casey, but Casey grieved for my sister. And then just a few years ago, about 3 years ago, he lost his very, very good friend that was murdered. And he was a small guy. We still talk about Timmy, and Casey sometimes talks about him on Porch Church Network.
Mm-hmm.
And small, he was real small guy, so good looking, so sweet. And he had a lot of issues. I believe he was schizophrenic, and you know he wouldn't be on his meds, so he took. Sometimes he would go down that rabbit hole and take other things or drink.
Mm-hmm.
But he was in the wrong part of town, in Georgia, and he was beat to death. And they kept him on a ventilator so that way they could claim he was still alive until the police had somebody come forward and they arrested the one that did it. So Casey took that hard, and when it's the anniversary, when May comes around, my son gets in a depression. But so you
Good.
guys, go ahead.
Good morning, Kevin Coleman. Good morning to you. Good morning, Kevin Coleman. Good morning to you.
So yeah, you guys, we are still the silly women, but you know, Christian womanhood, we sometimes have to stop and pray for people. We have to stop and we have to talk, discuss the tough topics. Yesterday was over the top silly, and I'm sure if LizzAnn gets on here, she's gonna have her fire hat on. But we touch on all different subjects because it's real, and this world
It's
sometimes
real
is
life.
this world is cruel. And poor Traci had to see me a snotty mess this morning, and sit there and walk me through putting on my makeup, and and it was so strange. I was talking about on the subject of what just happened. So, like she said,
I think sometimes that puts
oh, did you sing to
49.
Sonya?
Aww,
Yeah.
that's hard. That's hard.
And you guys show love to each other. We have new people in here, and which Kevin was here yesterday. Kevin, your family. You're no longer a new person. Neville, you old family now.
You
And
old family.
yeah, so is Sonia and Eric. And Eric's the brother that comes in and hugs everybody, and he looks at Tracy and says, "Where's mine?"
You
So,
some.
so and anybody that's new on here, welcome, welcome. You won't be new tomorrow. And you guys, I got all three of my things set up. I did that yesterday. I thought, well, why don't I set my stuff up in advance? So
Yeah.
um, all of my thumbnails and stuff, all of the stuff was on my laptop, and my laptop made a funny noise. And my sister in law took it to add some memory to it, and she said, "Did your computer ever make a noise?" I said, "What kind of noise?" When you started it up, did it make a noise? There you go.
Good morning, AJC Magic. Good morning to you. Good morning, AJC Magic. Good morning to you.
And I said, well, sometimes it would it would make the little thing on the side, it'll make the sound of oh,
Good morning, Crochet Me Pink Kelly. Good morning to you. Good morning, Crochet Me Pink Kelly. Good morning to you.
okay, you guys, I'm going to leave Kelly up for a minute because I don't know. how I come across Kelly's, I forget. And what I looked, and there she was. Her mom was doing chemo, and somebody had crocheted her or knitted her mom some socks.
Aw.
So that's the video. Her mama, she showed her mom, and she showed the her mom in those socks. So welcome. And I have you on the prayer list. So you guys, if you have a prayer list at home, write down crochet me pink Kelly and write her mama in chemo. Good morning, LizzAnn.
LizzAnn?
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing?
We're
It
doing
seems like it's
okay.
a somber morning today because
Yeah,
of bad news.
we're doing okay.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to
It
hear
is,
that it's a
and
somber morning, and I'm
for
sorry to hear
some,
about the bad news.
yeah, for some reason there was a topic before we even started, and
But praise report, my son Benjamin did really well in his surgery yesterday. So he had knee
Awesome.
surgery yesterday.
we
So
need praise reports.
Good job.
I
Awesome.
tell you what,
Praise the Lord for that.
does anybody else out there have a praise report? Has one of your
Yes.
relatives?
Yes,
Tell
I
me
do.
one. Tell me one.
My granddaughter got a good report from her trip to the doctor Monday.
yay.
Um, Basically, when she was in the hospital, her A1C was over 11,
Mhm.
and now it's down to 7. Which in a
Awesome.
month's time, it's regrouped, so that's good. They backed off 1 unit on her base insulin that she takes once a day, and
Hmm.
so that's promising.
That's
And
great.
she's been cooperative. I shouldn't even say it out loud. She's been cooperative the last couple of days to go to school. I haven't had to drag her practically to the school. So
Aw,
You
that's all good stuff for us.
that is a
So
praise report.
it's
you
Yeah.
great.
guys have to
Thank the Lord.
understand what was her. What was it when they had to airlift her? What was the highest
Oh,
that it?
her blood glucose level was 1500. Now normal is 90 to 100.
So you guys see
Yeah.
how much of a praise report that is.
Yes.
That's awesome news.
Yes.
All right.
And by the
What?
time they got her to the children's hospital a couple hours away from here, they had brought it down to 600. But after you get it down to a certain point, they start bringing it down slower. But that wasn't the point. I think it was around when it was between 300 and 400. They started bringing it down slower, and
Well,
but she's
first,
been a real good trooper.
Kevin Coleman says, "Hey, it's our firefighter."
Hmm.
And then we have some people that just come
Good
in.
morning, Anamora and Darlene B2. Good morning, Anamora and Darlene B2.
I'm on the move, guys.
All right.
you
But
you looking around suspect. I didn't look.
Say that is mind blowing. And I am totally impressed because 7 or lower is, I mean, I have enough diabetics in my family to know that if they can keep their A1C around 7, that they're doing really well. So
Yes, they took
yeah,
Mama off her medicine
yeah,
because hers has been staying well.
that's good.
So, so
Yeah,
that you
7 is kind of
guys,
normal for diabetic. Um, for the most part, they'd like it to be a little less, I'm sure. But I don't know what they told him about that. I'm assuming that. I just know that when my mom was around 7, they were happy, but they wanted it a little bit lower. But then
right.
she wasn't on insulin, thankfully. The only time my mother was on insulin because she was type 2 was when she was pregnant for my brother, and that was required during that time period. But yeah,
But your granddaughter with having type 1, she'll always be on insulin, right? I mean, that's typically what they say, that
yes,
they'll always
she's
be.
type 1. She's type 1 because
so
her pancreas doesn't produce any insulin at all. Period.
Yeah.
so
Now,
see,
because that
Lizanne, you
virus
called in
or
at the
something, her immune system attacked it. That's what it was.
you
Yeah.
called in at the
I'm
exact
sorry.
same time. See, God orders things for a reason. He orders
Oh
things
yeah,
in a different way. I'm gonna take these
that's
out real
correct.
quick. All right, Tracy's about to walk away. I'll wait till she gets back. I always have to get
Okay.
water and
Okay.
I didn't want to have to wear my big old headphones. I guess I should.
Yeah.
I might put these on because my ear's feeling squishy in the right ear, and earbuds.
Uh-huh.
Wearing earbuds, I believe,
Uh-huh.
does that sometimes. But
Oh.
It's crazy, crazy snow. Drinking coffee, causing myself hot flashes, and watching it snow outside.
yeah, Destiny sent me a picture of her snow. So let me take
Oh
these
my.
out.
Well, it's 64 degrees here right now.
It's snowing.
But this is normal for this time of year here. Um, so
We
we'll
do.
just take what
Oh,
comes.
good morning, Judy's handmade
Okay,
creations. Good morning to you. Good morning,
if
Judy.
you guys weren't hearing me,
Good morning to
even
you.
I talk to myself. So
Oh well, I do that too.
We
I
all do
call it
that.
thinking out
We love
loud.
each other so much.
I
oh,
think out loud. I don't talk to myself.
But
I
yeah,
think out loud.
exactly.
but Casey, I know today's Porch Church Monday. What Mondays, Wednesdays,
Is
and
he gonna be
Fridays.
okay?
He's in his room.
What are we
So
waiting for? There's no
Yeah.
flashing lights. No. No.
He
What?
it's in the 20s where Sonia is in Australia.
Oh my.
and
It's 31 here and snowing.
all right, Judy's handmade creations. There's Judy.
Good morning, Raven. Good morning to you. Good morning to Raven. Good morning to you.
Did you get
Oh, I can't.
Judy's
Judy,
handmade?
hmm?
Okay, that must have been when my earbuds was out.
Praise report. Aww. These ladies right here bring joy and happiness most every morning. Thank you, ladies. Aw, thank you, Dwayne.
Thank you, Dwayne.
Thank you. That's very sweet.
We do
Now, what
need
do
to
you
hear
want, Dwayne?
it once in a while. Thank you.
What do you want, Dwayne?
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I'm teasing Dwayne. I'm sorry. Thank you.
N-
Thank you, Dwayne.
Dwayne is my little brother from a better mother. I'll put it that way.
Little redheaded brother.
Yeah. And for all you new people, I had three brothers. One passed at 3 years old, tragically hit by a car. One brother died at 34 of suicide, and then 4 years ago, my little my last brother, which was 2 years younger than me, he passed away from pancreatic cancer, and he was diagnosed in September, and he was gone by December. He never made it to his birthday. Darn him, he never
Wow.
made it to 50. He got to stay in his 40s, so he'll forever be in his 40s. But so when I tell you that Mothership Products is like my, I call him my little redheaded brother. Um, it means a lot. And he doggone sent me for my birthday the steampunk hat. I'm pointing, but you couldn't see me point. My steampunk hat, and not only did he get me tongue tied where I couldn't talk, he made me cry too. So anyway, and it
Yeah.
was it was crying a good thing because
It was.
he
It was
doesn't do that on
happy
purpose.
cry.
Yes, I
Happy
love him.
tears.
Um, I count my blessings, so each of you guys are my blessings. And I get just as excited seeing you new people that have joined as I do those that have been with me for a long time. You know, all of you mean something.
Aw. Neville's the eldest of 9 and now 8. They lost one brother.
There were six
Oh.
of us, Neville, and we're down. Now it's just me and my two sisters. So there's just three of us now. But I when I FaceTime with my sister, it's the first time I FaceTime with her. She, and it's the one that lives 2 minutes. Well, I'd say 4 minutes, if that much, down the road from me. But she works and she's tired, and then by the time she gets off, well, it's time for my husband to get home. But
Yeah.
so I FaceTimed her. And I told her, I said, we might not be able to see each other in person, but this is in person. She's like,
Mm-hmm.
are you on a smartphone? I said, no, I'm on my computer. I said, if you can get Facebook and you download Messenger on any smartphone, you can talk. And I,
Exactly.
Yeah.
and I said, and I want to see your face sometimes. I said, I know I can call you, but we could sit and chat like this, you
Yeah.
know, is what I was telling her. And because it's just the three of us left. And it's, you know, I've told people before, I have the picture beside my bed of my family. And it's like, it's, the picture is me sitting on the arm of the couch, then my oldest brother, then my mom, then my dad, then my oldest sister, then my youngest brother that was still, because this was taken in 80 something. So there was my brother that died of cancer, and then my sister, my next sister, 2 years older. So when I look at that picture, there's the middle people gone.
Hmm.
And so, you
You're right,
know,
AJC said it's important to check in with each other. It absolutely is.
Oh
My
yeah.
oldest brother, the oldest in the family, I'm the middle kid, and my brother is the oldest, and my brother and I talk every single Friday morning, early Friday morning. He calls me because he knows I'm up. He calls me at like 5:30, 6 o'clock every Friday morning. We chat for like a half hour on his way to work.
What the heck are you
oh,
doing?
so Willow, you understand.
And
Oh,
Um,
we absolutely solve all the world's problems in that 30 minutes every Friday. But people just don't listen to us. I don't know why.
oh, buddy.
yeah, I can see that. People just, they just don't want to listen. It's just that simple. They just don't want to listen,
That's
Tracy.
right. We solve all the problems, but people
But
just don't figure it
but
out.
but I was
What are you doing, buddy?
went regular and then sad with my sister,
Hmm.
she and I. But it's like when I got to talking about what's here and what I do Monday through Friday, then it renewed in me. Then I got it, I started getting excited and I told her what we do here.
Hmm.
And it was a whole complete turnaround. And even now, talking to you guys, it makes me not sad.
Right.
And, when you could tell blessings,
Come on,
I
dude.
told her, I said, the joy of the Lord, I said, I have a good time. I said, it's the joy of the Lord that brings people together and makes me happy. And um, I'll blame it on the Commodores this morning, me being getting sad and snotty, Tracy.
Oh,
That's all right.
That Kevin shouldn't started singing that song yesterday.
aw.
I'm looking at Denise. Yeah, so
What is your problem, sir?
I used to love when my granddaughter, I would tell my daughter, well, look, I know she was an introvert. She wouldn't want company, or she just wouldn't want nothing outside. But I tell her, well, look, April knows how to work a tablet. Let her FaceTime with her nanny. But and she would do it, and it would be so funny. I would see the ceiling, then I would see her tent playhouse, and then I'd see, different things, and then she'd get right in the face. But so the dad now that has her, he doesn't do Facebook. He doesn't have a way of me seeing her to where I could talk to her at different times. I mean, I can call her, but I can't see the
It's
boo
not quite
boos.
the same.
I can't see the boo boos because I guarantee you, first thing she's gonna do She's going to get online and talk about her boo-boos. Well, Nanny, I fell down. I broke both my wrists. I did this and this. Oh, so
Oh,
I'm like, well, and then
That's
I
my
hear,
grandson is at 6. He said that he was running on the playground and I fell down and I think I broke my knee right off.
poor thing.
So I laugh at her because that child is so much, her imagination is like mine. And when I saw her school picture, it took my breath away. I was online when my husband sent it to me, and I looked at it and I busted out crying because, um, you know, she just looked so much like me when I was a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sonia.
Makes sense. I hear you. I have a sister that I love dearly, but I can't be. I'm pretty certain she supplements her prescription medication with illegal medication, and I just don't want that in my house. I don't want it around my grandkids. She gets
Yeah.
You know that,
overly.
Yeah. That's hard.
yeah. And that's one of the Willow and Neville and all you guys. That's one of the things that Traci and LizzAnn knows. It is making me to where I do, when I get too much in my head, that I do get really really weepy, and because I think of stuff like that, and so and then listening to the Commodores sail on. Okay, it takes me back to, music is so powerful.
Music is very powerful.
And my sister-in-law's getting me
It
some
definitely is.
speakers because when I could play my praise music and put on my makeup and sit here or walk to the bathroom and then walk through the house and my praise music would be coming on, or my Joyce Myers,
Mm-hmm.
and she would be telling
Mm-hmm.
people, don't feel sorry for yourself, God has a plan for you. And um, when I'd be listening to her, but now I have to have these on to hear. But I'll be giving Casey's Derek. Derek is sending me a camera. Casey's going to take his back. He's going to get back on cam. He can't get used to hiding behind reading the scriptures without people seeing him. It's got to be, they've got to see Casey. They've got to, that's part of it. Um, so he's got to take that camera back. So,
Yeah, he can't get too used to it, or he's going to have a harder time.
yeah. And then I'll get me some speakers. My sister-in-law said, well, I can find you some, but they're not going to match.
Who cares?
I don't care. What color are they? Could be the old. I wish I still had the ones from my old computer, and I still can't think of what it was that you could go through back in the day, and you could make payments on a computer, and when
Yeah.
it come in, it was the monitor, it was the keyboard, it was all these discs, all kind of software come with it, and I can't even think of the name now, but I don't care. I had those speakers forever and they worked just fine.
Yeah.
But I just miss being able to walk around freely or take my phone. Well, I guess I could turn my phone on and listen to it. I don't know why I hadn't thought about that. No, it
If you
wasn't Finger Hut. It was. I'm
Is
listening.
it like Dell or something like that? Dell was
It
doing.
wasn't Dale, but it had the name of the company on the computer.
Yeah.
And it was in like, I started my daycare like 90, in 95. 95, 2000. What am I talking about? 95. Yeah, 1995. And it wasn't none of those. It's so weird. But anyway, I got it all, and I had to learn how to use it. I'd have to ask MawMaw for help because her daughter helped her. My kids were like, Mom. Messed up one time, you guys. I didn't know. My daughter was 6'1", and back then they didn't have the long jeans. They didn't have all these cute clothes for girls that wore size 16 clothes. They didn't have it, especially for tall girls. I, I had it over at the daycare because when I started my daycare. So one morning I'm like, well, let me see if I can order online. I typed in tall girls. You guys. Oh, I put in the search engine tall girls. Do you know what flooded my computer? And you guys have seen me like a deer caught in the headlight. And I'm like, no, 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 no. That's what I was doing. There were so many pop-ups
Oh my goodness, yeah.
of pornography like this is just and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna lose my daycare. No, 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 no. And I was getting frustrated. I just cut my computer off. And I told the kids, I said, oh my gosh, I typed in tall girls, and she said, Mama, no you did not. Yes, can you guys make it stop? It won't stop. Will you go in there and make it stop? So they had to show me. And that generation had computers at work, at school, and they grew up on them, so they taught me, and I learned, and then I had to learn again on here. You just don't throw your link out there. That was Google Hangouts.
Yeah.
I learned that the hard way. So, with all of this technology, you have hard lessons to learn sometimes. Go ahead, LizzAnn. I got on a sidetrack.
No, it's okay. Take
Sonia,
you down another rabbit.
go ahead. Look, we going down the rabbit holes today.
Christian,
Go ahead. Uh-oh.
Christian comedian. I say comedians. There's two Pierce. Uh, Definitely, she's real funny. She's um, there's also a program or movie out that she did with her husband. Her husband, that laughing in the dark, but it kind of tells her life story. But there's some sadness in it. But her name is CDRA Pierce, and then there's another one. I cannot remember what the lady's first name, but her last name is. She's tall and hilarious, and her husband. She calls her husband Left Brain, affectionately, and she tells stories about what happens in their life, and it's hilarious. It's hilarious, both, So.
Oh yeah,
I look for one.
I probably.
Well, I laugh till my side hurt.
It's probably one that I've watched before.
I cannot remember what it was.
I just got a message, you guys, from the person we asked prayers for, the family. that lost 2 young
From
men.
North
I
Carolina.
just got a message. Wait. Oh, the woman is. What did you say her name is? Because you're breaking in and out,
I'm sorry.
Liz. What's her name?
Chandra.
Chandra with the CH or SH?
Yeah.
Okay,
Which one?
the one you said lives in North Carolina. Oh, okay. Denise says Jeannie Robertson.
Chandra Pierce. CH.
And then Denise says Jeannie Robertson is another one.
Robertson. It's a woman. She's real uh,
She is the one who is left brain.
yeah. Hilarious. It's hilarious.
I'm reading the.
It's just,
You know, and nobody. That's the thing. That's the thing that we can. You know, people have to understand. You can do comedy and be joyful in the Lord, and that's what we try. And then sometimes there's times that people, I think it's meant that LizzAnn, I can't. You're breaking up, and you're froze.
You don't have to be. You don't have to cuss and cut people down and be mean to be funny. You can be funny and be a Christian and use Christian words, Christian situations.
she's from North.
Um, okay, okay. You guys, I got a message while LizzAnn was talking on Facebook. The family that we prayed for that lost 2 young men, they, our friend, I'll say our friend, and our YouTube friend, that is family. She's family, you guys. They're laying one of their young men to rest today. Tomorrow will be the other young man in their immediate family. So I've got them on her again on the prayer list, and she's already been on the prayer list. I will read to you guys what my son just posted about Porch Church Network. He says, no Bible study today, you guys. I apologize, but my mind is with other things and my heart hurts. So today will be an outreach day, along with tomorrow, for anyone who needs to talk. If you need to vent, to grieve, to get advice, need guidance, or just need someone to pray for you, please send me a message. Please don't sit there and stew in your anger, your depression, your stress, and your worry. Unburden yourself and talk to someone who loves you. Doesn't necessarily have to be me, but it needs to be somebody. And that is what my son just posted. In I will let me put the Porch Church Network Facebook link. I'm putting that in because he will be monitoring that today. And I watch it, and it comes across my screen even when we're doing that. Porch Church Network, that is Facebook. Let me see what he posted in my suicide awareness. Have a Facebook that is suicide awareness. You guys, I'm going to put that link.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, okay. And that's that one. He says
Good
y'all. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
good morning, Melda and Amra baby family. Good morning to you. Good morning, Melda and Amra baby family. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back again. And I say, you are new the first time, but the second time you're family. You're just family with this crazy. You never know what you're gonna get. We're like a box of chocolates,
Yes, ma'am, we are.
and so I'm going to read what my son wrote in the suicide awareness because we did lose a young man, and he did my tattoo and my son's tattoo. And our tattoos on our ankle, it's a heart with the key. And he actually took our house keys because our house key just happens to be. I'm looking for. No, Casey must have got it. Um, but our house key is actually skeleton keys. The house is so old. So Casey scanned them, sent them to him, and that's what our tattoo is about. There's a heart with the keyhole, and then we have both keys. One key's broken on my key ring, but I told Casey I'm the broken one, and then there's a red ribbon that goes through it, and the red ribbon is the bloodline, and it's the Crawley. It's the Crawley connection. It's the bloodline that goes through. It's the Thomaston, which was MawMaw's maiden name. It's her mom and dad lived. The house was built for them. So that's what the tattoo symbolizes. And the young man committed suicide, and my son just found out. So I've done. So Casey said, y'all check on friends and don't talk to that you don't talk to every day. Make time to send them a message and let them know you love them because you can't after you find out they're no longer with you. The world is a nasty and evil place, especially for people who are at war with themselves in their mind. We hide behind our cryptic humor and our smiles, but many of us are not okay. I love you all, and I am here for you if you need to talk or vent. You don't have to deal with your demons alone. And it's you guys, that is basically what I was. Oh, that is what I was talking to Traci and
Mhm.
Destiny about before we came live. And so, it's so like you said, Tracy, it must have been meant for it to hit me this morning. Maybe I got most of my tears out before I came on with you
Mhm. Because maybe Casey is going to need you to
today.
be strong and hold him up today at different points. And you and Casey are so close, which I love because I feel that same way with my youngest too, that once he was grown up, that we're better friends than mother and son. And I think you and Casey are the same way now that Casey's grown up too, you know. You guys are good friends, and he just might need a shoulder today, especially if he gets calls. But I want everybody that's listening, when Casey says don't deal with it alone, reach out, he means it.
Yeah, because he wouldn't have said it. He would have said, I'm sorry if I'm not there for anybody today, but I need time to process this. That's
Right.
what he would have said. So I think probably after this morning's over, that he and I might go and do some kind of outreach, and it will. I do know he told me to go to call my friend that I didn't call yesterday, you guys, the woman that is by herself. She lives, oh my goodness, she lives by Kroger, which is right. I mean, it is like, I tell people, it takes me longer to get my clothes on and get to the car than it takes from the car to Kroger. And I'm pointing like you guys know where I'm pointing. So anyway, he said, Mom, call her today. Well, yesterday, I guess it was outreach because I needed to talk to another family member, which is my family member on YouTube. I needed to talk to him. We had things to talk about. And there was another family member, YouTube family member, I talked to first. So I kind of, I guess, I was able to bridge the gap between two people that I know love each other.
Mm-hmm.
But, very well could have lost a friendship over something that one person was unsuspecting. So when you see that sometimes, it would be like if I'm hurt with Destiny or LizzAnn and Traci would come to me and say, well, Darlene, I really don't lose that love because I really don't think they meant it that way. Sometimes we need that third person
Mm-hmm.
to say, hey, you two love each other. And so it was a good talk yesterday. I did spend, I guess, outreach. And outreach doesn't always mean, I guess, going out of the house. For
Mm-hmm.
some reason, outreach yesterday was outreach with my YouTube family, 2 family members or 3, but
Exactly.
but it turned out great. We had, you guys, we had an amazing day yesterday, Miss Hat Day woman. And I told somebody yesterday, she saw I showed her what I did for Halloween, and she said, "Oh my gosh, I love that." I said, "Well, guess what Friday is? Tinfoil, aluminum. I have to say it slow. Aluminum
Aluminum foil.
hat day." She said, "Oh my goodness, if I had that challenge, I'd have to skip that day." And I told her, I said, "See, I've got the advantage. I'll be able to mold my foil to something. And I already had the ideas up here." She said, "I couldn't imagine." I said, "Honey," and this is a nurse that comes out to see MawMaw. I think Humana. She works for Humana, and she comes out. Oh my gosh, she's like family now. I love these people. I hug them. The puppy knows them now, and they know MawMaw. She's comfortable. So I told her, I said, "Amanda, girl, this up here doesn't shut down. I see things in images. I see things on jars. I bring out different things. I bring out the buttons and the glue and the fingernail polish that works great as glue." I said, "So my mind doesn't shut down from stuff like that."
Mm-hmm.
And I just hope that the new medications that I have to go pick up today, I don't know why they said I have like 6. I don't know. But anyway, yes, honey. Yes,
Yes,
yeah.
still making aluminum foil hats for Friday.
And Sonia, if you have Facebook or if you want to come on live, which it is nighttime, but if you have Facebook and you make one and you can send me the picture of it and I could screen share. So yes, if you want to do it today or tomorrow, I will screen share. I read the.
Even the uncreative Traci is going to make a tinfoil hat. I don't know what it looks. It may be a old LizzAnn style hat and just be a piece of tinfoil hanging over my head, but I'm
No,
making
no,
an effort. I'm gonna make an effort to do
Traci
something
and
creative.
LizzAnn, you better do it right. I
I am
will get.
making an effort.
Okay, I'll give you guys. I'll give you guys a cheater way. You take one of your hats and you mold the foil around it. Okay. So that's the way to do it. Um, so yes, that is what we're going to be doing. And Sonia, you can do it, and you can send me the picture. I also have, and it's on my homepage up at the right. I believe I have Crafting with the Crawlies, the Facebook link up there. And anybody that's creative, you want to send pictures, or anything to Facebook, I will post those.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to be friends on, Facebook. Or if you are not comfortable with that, you can send it. Excuse me. You guys can send it to the other, and I will make it private, but I'll just show the hat on here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean,
I'm really gonna try hard to fashion myself something created with my own two hands.
Oh my goodness, Raven.
Uh-oh.
Woo, Raven, 18 degrees.
That's mighty cold.
Do you guys know when I first started work, I was at my heaviest 255, and it was when I was 40, and I started work at the conferencing center, and I had to buy dress clothes, and I had to go out and buy different ones. I would not wear a jacket, and we had some cold temperatures back then. I mean, I can remember it being 13 degrees and 18 degrees. I would come in with no jacket. My hands wasn't cold, my arms weren't cold, and I'd have people look at me. One of my managers said, "Where is your jacket?" I said, "I don't need one." I said, "Feel my arms." And she said, "How are you so warm and so hot?" And I had weight loss surgery, but that didn't do it. When I had my hysterectomy, complete hysterectomy, the doctor said, "You're going to wake up in full-blown hot flash." No, I was the opposite. I woke up freezing cold. They couldn't give me enough blankets, and it kicked my weight loss into gear, because my mom said, "Well, you're going to gain back whatever, you're going to get fat, because when you have a hysterectomy you get fat." And it kicked it into overdrive. It caused me to lose too much weight. And even with me picking up 50 more pounds, my hands, I still stay cold. I still stay cold. Sometimes I get like a hot flash, or I say flustered if I get embarrassed, but my hands right now are still cold.
Okay, I have to sing, but I hope I don't murder this name too bad. Good morning, Denise Tulane Tulune. Good morning to you. Good morning, Denise Tulune. Good morning to you. And if
Good
I
morning.
murdered your name, I'm so sorry.
Now, why? Let me look. Oh, I see it. Hey, Denise. Is it Denise Dezen? Oh, people when they see Norgus, they call it different things, and one person kept calling me a man, a gentleman, and I was like, oh, I hate to do it, but I said I am actually a woman. Oh wow. Yeah, my granddaughter's like that. My daughter used to always run hot. When she was a little girl, I had to cut the vents off in her room. And because I told the doctor, I said, "What do I do? She don't want a jacket on, and it'd be cold outside." He said, "Children are like baked potatoes. They will be hot on the inside and not on the outside." And he said, "Good morning."
Good morning, Food Forest. Good morning to you. Good morning, Food Forest. Good morning to you. Good morning, Jennifer Hayes. Good morning to you. Good morning, Jennifer Hayes. Good morning to you.
Good morning, honey buns. So he told me, he said, what do you let her wear to bed? I said, well, the little flannel pajamas. And he said, well, stop covering her up. She'll cover herself up when she gets cold. And she would get bloody nose. I'd go in there and there'd be blood on her pillow. Scared me to death to start with. The doctor told me, he said, the dry air in there is causing her membranes in her nose to bust. He said, have her room cool. So I'd have to always cut the vents off in her room. Even as she got older, if, she would, that season of the year, her nose would just all of a sudden pour blood. But yeah, so some people, the heat, I can't get out in the heat now, it bothers me. And it's like now cold and heat. So what do we do? What do we do, Denise?
I just go through, I swear to you, StreamYard is the program that we're using to go live on YouTube, Sonia. It's like a third-party program that streams our broadcast onto YouTube.
We used to have Google Hangouts. And Google Hangouts did not, I could have as many people I wanted could come on, and they'd be at the bottom of the panel, and it wouldn't affect the computer or drain the computer down. But yeah, StreamYard kind of pulls from my computer. It doesn't pull from anybody else's. Like if sometimes you guys will see me jump out, and I can see the stream is fine from my phone. Traci won't be buffering, and nobody else will. But with me, because I'm streaming it, it will make my computer lag. Now this morning we were way up. Now we're like at 14 live with us. So, when LizzAnn was on, hers was only doing that because she was on her phone in the car.
Yeah, and StreamYard still hasn't perfected the whole cell phone thing yet.
And oh, that's pretty cool, Darlene. Yeah, Darlene B, Food Forest, she does some pretty cool things, And,
Absolutely.
And she hasn't told me if she has updated and made any new goat soap. I'm waiting for her to tell me so I can purchase some goat soap, because my favorite, I still have a little bitty sliver in there. It's too small that I don't want it to disintegrate, and I just pick it up and smell of it, because I don't do fragrances. Look at her, not yet, laugh out loud. I don't do a lot. I can't use perfumes, and I can't do a lot of fragrances. So when I smelled that soap, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And, it was like wonderful. And then I said, look, a woman was walking in Kroger one day. Me and Casey was in Kroger, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she smells so good. And Casey stopped. He said, excuse me. Oh, wait, we got another
Good
one.
morning, Kim A. Good morning to you. Good morning, Kim A. Good morning to you.
If you guys keep seeing me look to the left, I'm checking who's coming in, because I have YouTube to the left on that screen. But yes, she smelled so good. And Casey stopped her and he said, excuse me, what is that you're wearing that smells so good? And she was a small woman, and here's Casey, 6'2", 6'3". And she said, honey, Versace. There's nothing else but Versace. And did we always sing to?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I ran into her again one day, and I stopped, and I said, "Ooh, honey, there you are again." I said, "You're the one that wears Versace, and me and my son stopped you. She said, yes, ma'am. There's nothing else. I said, oh my goodness. I said, I just have to say it again. You smell so good. So there's different things that while I'm out that I talk to people about, whether it was my head thing with the bling bling on it or whatever it is. I am I am a social person. I don't meet strangers.
Mm-hmm.
And Kevin never could understand that about me because he really doesn't do that. Oh yes, Neville, I will sure enough accept that. I sure will. And Judy's handmade creation. Um, I have that link of my crafting. Let me see, where's that? Of my crafting, it'll say crafting with the crawlies. Let me see how far up I put it. Well, let me go to Facebook and see. I have three different things. I have my regular page, crafting with the crawlies, and suicide prevention that are close to heart for me. So let me give you the crafting with the crawlies. There it is.
Yes. So read Food Forest post what they just put in here. So true.
Okay, let me see what. Let me go down my.
Might not show on yours yet because
Yeah,
it
I'm
was
looking. I'm reading it.
okay.
See, that is actually what my son wants me to do. Is I can't type as fast as Casey. He sounds like he's shooting a machine gun or something. But anyway, that's basically the name of it on Facebook. And but Casey's wanting to do a garden. We have an upper lot. He's wanting to fence it off so we can have start our own garden and
Mm-hmm.
we can. It's just gonna it takes a little money and we'll be getting it. And that's what, do you know how nice? I want to grow tomatoes, you guys. I want to grow some tomatoes and learn how to can those tomatoes to put aside for soup and such. Well, you guys are hitting me up. That, let me see which one. All right, which one asked to join? Yeah, Denise. That's what we do. You be kind to everybody, and show love to everybody.
Doesn't
Because
it doesn't even make yourself feel good when you're ugly to somebody. It just makes everybody feel bad. It's so much easier to be kind and say something kind.
and when I went in day before yesterday, that's when me and Mama had to go to the doctor, and I went in Kroger, and one of my girls, she works in the florist part now, and I'm like, oh, I'm so glad now I know where to find you. But for years, she still remembers that I stopped her because she was crying in the back. She was new. She was crying at like near the back where the dairy, is, and a manager was, trying to console her. And some older white man called her the N word and just cussed her out. And I went over there after the manager stopped, he just told her stay back there and get better. She was the cashier, and I just walked up to her and I said, "Honey, hold your head up." I said, "There are rude and ugly people in this world." I said, "But hold your head up, dry those tears, let this woman hug you, and I want to let you know I love you. I know I've seen you in here a few times now. I come in here all the time." That's been years ago, and she's one of my girls. She knows when I'm hurting when I walk in,
Mhm.
and she always makes my face happy. And we give hugs, we give love, we update each other on what's going on with each other. And it all come from somebody just showing her some kindness when she needed it.
Mhm.
Because like I said, there's rude and ugly people out there.
That's true, Neville. It is true that but it's hard sometimes, especially younger people and somebody who feels in a vulnerable situation. It's hard for them to just let it roll off their back sometimes than it is for us people that have been through life for a lot longer and have been through a lot of stress and heartache, and it makes us tougher and stronger to take that stuff. Not that
And
it doesn't still some days get your heart.
I had a woman stop me one. Well, I was in the produce and I'm looking at some stuff. She's standing beside me. I'd never seen her in Kroger before, never. And she was standing there and asked me what I thought of. I think it was spinach or something. And she started telling me that she was upset because it was the anniversary of her child. She was from Florida. Her child, they had committed suicide of all things, you guys. And so I stood there and I talked to her and she said, "Well, I don't even know how I come to just talk to you." And I think it was my daughter at the time kept on walking because she could tell it's going to be one of those. So she walked on away. And I shared with her, I said, "Well, I said, my sister, 1 year ago, my sister lost her son to suicide, and she's the strongest woman I've ever met." And she said, "Well, honey, my loss was 22 years ago, and I still mourn that loss." And I said, "My sister lives in Florida too." So I stood there and talked to her. There's no chance, you guys, there's no chance meetings. For some reason, that woman was upset. What if somebody come by rude and like with you, Traci, bumped her with the
Ran
uh
me with their cart.
yeah, and was rude and said something to her? She could have just, very well busted out right then and just left. And I listened. Good night, Sonia.
Good night, Sonia. Have
2
some good sleep.
a.m. Girl. I don't see how you'd stay up, but we love you. I love to see you come in.
Me too.
Love to see you come and hate to see you go. Very much hate to see you go.
Good morning, Sunshine Cooper. Good morning to you. Good morning, Sunshine Cooper. Good morning to you.
Good morning. So, make a difference in somebody's life. I just tell the kids there's no chance meetings. There was no chance meetings that I just happened to come across Traci on Facebook, and it had to be from Derek, me knowing Derek, and I seen you in there. But but yeah, I did not know what Traci had been through, and I come across the one about a rude person, and I just put in there, you know what? There's rude people even in Alabama, is what I told her. And but it was so uncanny. I told Casey, "Come here, Casey. Who does she look like? Does she not look like Frankie?" Well, she went by Frankie a lot of times. But I said, "Does she not look like her?" And Casey said, "Oh, Mom, she does." And that was one of my friends that had passed away that worked at Kroger third shift because she was not a people person. But and I was missing her. And then me and Traci met, and that's been a
Been
year
since like
ago,
March.
over a year, yeah. And we didn't know it was when we both started going live.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys, there's no chance meetings, and I don't. I really believe people are put in our way. Yeah, and Denise, sometimes you guys have me laughing so much on here, or just I tell my sister, the joy of the Lord goes a long way. It goes a
Oh,
long way.
absolutely. Buy food for us. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, and I also want a beehive, you guys. I want a beehive. I want my own honey that's so local it's at my back door. I want it right there. So it is getting all of this stuff, pollen and stuff, so I can get my immune system right when it's that time of the year. I have cousins that have beehives. I'll have to ask them how to do it.
Good morning, Brian Wydell. Good morning to you. Good morning, Brian Wydell. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Brian, and how are you this morning? How are you this morning, Brian? Or how are you heart? How's your heart this morning doing? You guys, this thing got a chill in here. This morning when I first put this on, it wasn't that chilly to really, and
Mhm.
and all of a sudden it's gotten chilly.
Found out they paid.
Everyone,
Oh,
see, you guys, that is a praise report because
that's a praise report.
Brian lost both of his parents. I come across his channel during the wake of his dad, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, bless his heart. He's around all this family, and he's going live when his dad passed, and then his mom passed, and you know all of the bills and everything. Oh, bless them. So somebody reached out and has paid and helped him
That's
not have to stress about paying the bills to put lay his mom to rest.
mm-hmm.
So that Brian, that it's not a praise report as far as you've lost your mom and dad, and I know that it has to be hard for you, but for somebody to reach out, her insurance was good,
Mm-hmm.
that things are coming together.
Absolutely.
Yesterday, Kim, she did better getting. It looked like she was doing much better getting. They wheeled in her riding scooter from off the porch. She looked like she's went better from her room to the getting on the scooter, and she didn't seem to be hurting quite as much. So it's like going to be a day to day thing. And this morning at between 10:30 and 11, her what did I physical therapist will be here. So they're going to. She wants to get mobile.
Yay, LizzAnn!
I made it.
Where's the puppy?
Oh, we haven't found each other yet. I think she's asleep in the other room. Oh, she'll be coming along soon, I'm sure. If not, I'll go get her. Because I know she likes to be up here.
Oh yeah, Brian.
Brian,
Yeah.
God will find a way somehow.
That's
The
right.
rest of it.
That's
God
right.
will provide.
And you are so right. Denise. God is good all the
And
time.
right, and all the time, God is good. That's so true. That was a good movie. Yeah. Hey, Kim. Hey, everybody in the chat. Now I can actually see the chat.
Mhm.
You know, Brian, all it takes sometimes on Facebook is for somebody to say you're not a real person, or,
Yeah,
some people
takes
are
one
mean.
person to be a jerk. I'm gonna go
And,
tap my coffee. Be right back.
okay. And they will do that. And, that's sad.
Someone
And,
kidnapped my hat. Well, I have another one right here. Is that what y'all want? Y'all want me to wear my hat? Here, let me put it on backwards today.
oh, Neville. Oh, Neville. Oh, Neville. All right, LizzAnn, are you ready for Friday, the foil?
I haven't started making anything yet, but it's on my mind. It's right there. It's right there.
Oh, see, that's right. See, LizzAnn and I have that where we can't cut off the part of the artistic mind that makes us
No.
crazy. Oh,
Hey, Brian.
Good morning, Mystic Days. Good morning to you. Good morning, Mystic Days. Good morning to you.
Mystic, I do not
Thank
know
you.
if you were on yesterday
Hey,
when I
Wilma.
did the friend mail from your beautiful wife. I was so excited, and I showed my husband last night. And I said, so now when my hands are cold, but I need to type, I'll be able to put those on. And she is a beautiful person. You are very blessed,
Hmm.
very blessed to have such
Awesome.
a
Awesome.
wonderful,
Awesome.
yes. And oh, my son is trying to take the toboggan though, and I'm like, no. And he said, well, then I want a black one with the wide rim. I said, okay. When she gets her PayPal, yeah, let me see. And I
Well,
looked at the
there you
price list. And I told my son, I said, let me see. I said, oh, for $8 plus shipping, yeah, she'll make you one. That's what I told him.
I'm telling
So
y'all, this dog loves this YouTube morning.
I know.
She just
You
came and found me.
you ought to heard see it, they love the internet. People don't realize that. But Mystic Days, I do have her price list, and I said when you get a PayPal, I will put it out there and help you get some orders.
Cool deal.
Good morning, crabby girl. You see. Good morning to you. Good
Crappy
morning,
girl,
crabby
you see,
girl. You
that's cute.
see. Good morning to you.
That's a cute name.
It is a really
Yes,
cute name.
yes, and okay, Krabby. Once you're
Good
here,
morning.
we have a Krabby and a Snobby. So see if Snobby come up, that will.
And then we have Goofy. Well, no, that's me. I'm sorry.
Uh, LizzAnn,
That's funny.
Oh man.
but yes,
She said she's really not crabby.
oh yeah, but I
Probably
love and
not. All right,
Ooh, that's nice.
rather than put on my sweatshirt back on and have to whip that up, I'm putting on my
Whenever the hot flash comes back.
yeah,
Smart move, girl.
on my scarf.
Very
but
good. Well,
all right,
Destiny
that's
had to
a
get off kind of early
naughty
this
nice.
morning, didn't she?
Yeah, she had a
Brian
we
said,
have
all
a
right,
big guest
that
coming on Tommy's channel.
Oh, okay. Good deal.
Brian said, all right, that's a naughty nice and Glaze. You're not goofy. You're a very nice woman.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Brian. They're so sweet. You know, Brian, my maiden name is very close to your last name, and it's pronounced Waddell. I
Look,
think that's the
Jennifer
way yours is
Hayes,
pronounced.
you do
Mine's
your
two D's and
listen.
two L's.
You do your
Oh,
listens, Miss Jennifer Hayes, but you do lives, and I'm just saying. One, I know you do them with your hands, just showing your hands. So you're gonna have to come on the panel one day. And even if you just show your hands, we're going to have to get you up here one day. We'll accept your hands. Turn the camera down and just do your hands. Oh, you guys, I got this out of Willow's.
Thank you. Oh, how nice.
You guys know
Cool
I love
deal.
the stretchy rings. So, and that's my color. You know, I love those.
Thank you. Thank you, Brian.
Topaz colors.
Yep, the big stretchy rings and the
Very sweet of you, Brian.
And the topaz.
Those are cool.
Yes, the topaz colors. I hurried up and found this.
Jennifer said one day she will. She promises. We all heard it.
But once you get started, then you will not feel bad on your channel, and then
That's
you'll
right.
be looking at the people, and then you can show the jewelry and be more comfortable, because you know people like to see a face with the channel.
Well, there's a lot of people who just show their hands.
Yeah.
Doing whatever they're doing, and you know, that's
Style
fine.
with Pat. Style with Pat. We can't talk her into on her channel. Whenever I can find her live, she won't show nothing but her hands.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, Pat. But I love to hear her voice. I love to watch her hands and her showing things. She's very
I'm working on a backdrop.
You're working on
I'm working on trying to come up with a backdrop.
Yeah, you guys just think I'm in the kitchen.
Pretty good.
This stuff behind me is really organized. It really is organized. I promise you.
It's better than my room in there. I'm just saying. I will.
It's got my type of organization, I guess, but it's organized. No, I'm not conventional about organization, but I know where to find it.
Yeah.
I will have to do a very short video on that room in there, because my phone is low on whatever. I need to get like a chip. Yeah, the iPhones don't have to have that, but I was given a phone to use.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm not complaining about that phone, because I've been able to use it.
That's right, Mystic Days, organized chaos.
Yeah. So I've been able to use it for, you know, when I'm in Wi-Fi, and it works. And if I have to do 911, then it works.
There you go.
When you don't have income, you find out, okay, do I really need a cell phone right now?
Right.
You know, I'm at home all the time. We have a landline. Hey, we kept the landline.
Yeah.
So, in case he's home all the time. So, you know, if I'm out somewhere and I break down, 911.
There you go.
So, anyway, I need to get the chip that has more storage. That's why. But I can do a quick video and say, okay, real quick, like, this is everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, Neville. Let me put that out there. See?
Oh, cool.
See, you know, you
Awesome.
guys, men folks, and look, there was a meme.
I love it. That's
There's
the
a
organized
meme that
chaos.
said wife to husband. He said, why is all of your crafting stuff all over the house, or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it goes something like, what do you think this house is? So it's not exactly, but oh, bless my heart. My husband, we've had that, and I'm like, well, when you gonna clean your desk off? And that's how when you gonna clean your desk off?
Yeah.
Your desk is in our
Everybody
bedroom.
has something. that we can find as a fault in our spouse or something.
And he'll say,
even as simple as squeezing the toothpaste in the wrong spot.
and he'll say,
That's why Wright and I have separate toothpaste tubes, because I'm so OCD about my toothpaste, and he just squeezes it, and I can't. It got so bad that I just finally started getting us separate toothpaste tubes.
Well, see, there you go. You solved it, so you don't have the issue.
Yeah.
And he said, well, look, I don't care that you have it in the kitchen and you have it in that room. I just want somewhere in the house that's mine. I said, okay.
Your
Yeah,
half of the
there
bed
you
is
go.
yours, Kevin. It's all yours. Your half of the bed is all yours.
I don't even have a half a bed, you guys. My puppy, somebody said something about they couldn't have their puppy in the bed because he
That's right,
saw
Mystic.
it was a Pat D's, not the Pat up here, but Pat, actually the real Pat I named my hamster after, that's up here.
Yeah.
Pat said, I saw your pictures on Facebook.
Mhm.
I don't see how you could have the dog all over the bed and all over you like that. I don't have a choice, you guys.
Her dog Bailey thinks she's a
That
Chihuahua.
size.
She thinks she's a Chihuahua, and she can just hop up there in your lap and be snuggle right there. See, this is the nice thing about having a Chihuahua. They don't push you out of bed. Well, okay, I take that back.
And
Little dog takes up a lot of room sometimes too.
And another thing, my husband, can't even at nighttime reach over and just pat my arm and say, I love you, because she goes nuts. She's just all over him. And it's like chewing corn. She'll just until she gets to his hand. And then she's snarling, growling, and chewing his hand.
But she's not really.
No.
She's not really. Yeah, she's just letting him know.
So now he does it on purpose. And he'll go, that's my mama. And she gets crunk up and she goes from being asleep to jumping up. And he had his hand too close to my boob one night. And I'm like, stop, you better not make her bite me. And she nipped me accidentally. And I'm like, kid, I done told you my hand was there. She didn't get you. Yes, she did. And then as soon as I said that, she sit down.
She knew she was fussed at.
And she looked at me with her Samuel Jackson eyes, Samuel L. Jackson, and she's like, I said, I know you didn't mean to. And I was petting her head. I said, I know you didn't mean to. And I told Keevan, I said, see, I got slobber on my shirt. I said, she didn't mean to, but don't do that no more. So now when he gets her crunk up, I'm pulling the blanket and protecting
yourself. Yeah.
I had yesterday he did it while I hugged him when he was standing up. He just got from work and he started doing that. And I had slobber on my butt of the jeans. I said, see, I told you don't make her bite my butt. So yeah, I said, that's the life after 33 years, you guys. That's our...
Yeah, well, I've tried to maneuver this one to where she's not between us, and she works it out. She works her way around, and sometimes she's on my left side, sometimes she's on my right side. It depends on what mood she's in. But for the most part, she's not like your Bailey. She doesn't get all upset if she's settled and she doesn't want to move, she'll growl and kind of snap, like, leave me alone.
Kim, we have a California king. I did the wrong one. We have a California king. And I'm like, where are you going, Bailey? The back of our bed is
there you go.
Is a 1800s player piano.
Oh, cool.
I used it as a headboard because we had to move our bed around. We didn't have a headboard, footboard. So I'm like, you know what? We can't move the piano, so I'll turn the bed.
There you go.
That's our headboard.
Well, that's unique.
It was real nice. I took pictures one time. And
I don't think anybody could ever say that. That's their headboard.
What I
that's
did
really
for
cool.
the footboard, I took the piano bench, and it was our footboard. And Casey's got the piano bench right now. But anyway, so she was walking up. I thought, what are you looking? What are you doing? Yes, you guys, they have a rabbit.
It jumps over your head while you sleep.
I've seen their rabbit. It's amazing, you guys. And I couldn't
Yeah,
figure
they make a
out.
pretty good pet from what I hear.
A rabbit's small. You guys,
Well,
Bailey's
some of them can get
50
kind of big.
pounds. Bailey's 50 pounds. She's not tall. She's about knee height.
Yeah.
And she gets like up behind us where the piano. I said, what are you looking for? And then she wants to do the dog thing, go in circles.
Uh-huh.
So it's butt face, butt face, butt. And I'm like, will you please calm down and settle?
The circle thing is finding that, chasing away the bugs and making sure it's a good spot. That's what they do outside.
So then she
Good
pushed.
morning, Perla's Precious. Good morning to you. Good morning, Perla's Precious. Good morning to you.
So she pushes a pillow to where
Hello,
Keely
Perla.
can't see me.
Uh,
And then she
hide me
and
from
yes, and then she kind of gets behind my head between two pillows, and I'm like, okay, because I scooch down at night anyway. And here we're talking. Traci doesn't have animals in the house, so she is not. She hates animals. She's
Well,
just
she
not.
doesn't hate animals. She just doesn't want one living with her.
Right. I love my grandpuppies, but
And you puppies sit at times.
I'm just not an animal person. When we did have a dog, when I first was diagnosed with RSD and I was having the 4 different surgeries on my one leg,
Uh-huh.
and I had a recliner because it was easier to keep my foot propped up.
Right.
That stinking dog would lay under the recliner, and I can't tell you how many times I peed my pants because I couldn't get the dog to move out from under the recliner from protecting me so I could get up and get to the bathroom in time.
Right.
But,
Yeah, they sometimes pick a bad spot. You're right.
yeah, but I don't not like you said, it's not that I don't like animals. They're not for me. I like to have
An
that
inside
freedom.
animal doesn't work for your life. An
Right.
inside
I
animal
like to
doesn't.
have the
Yeah.
freedom to just pick up and go and not worry.
Right. Now, this one last night, I don't know what the deal was, but I am sound asleep, and all of a sudden, she wakes me up by licking my face. I'm like, what the heck? Why in the world are you licking my face in the middle of the night? She didn't ever really give me a hint on anything. She just licked my face, and I'm like, are you done yet?
And Bailey, you
Then she settled down.
understand. When Bailey licks, her tongue's like this. She yawns, and then her lick is like a long lick. I even have pictures on Facebook where she would lick my face. I'm like, oh gosh, I don't like licking
She's got
dogs.
a little bitty tongue.
But yes, let me find. Oh yes, you guys didn't know. Rabbits eat everything.
Oh,
We
I didn't know
had
that.
one, and it would eat back when you had to use an actual
Poor
phone
dogs.
book.
Oh.
I was sitting one day and she was on the couch or whatever. I didn't know how to tell the sex of a rabbit, and I didn't care. We just had one, and I wasn't going to look. So I'm sitting there watching TV, and I hear rip, and I'm look to the side. She would just rip the page and nibble, nibble, nibble. I'm like, really? You're going to do that right in front of me? And yes,
Goats do that too.
Oh, I know goats do. We need a goat. I want a goat. We could put that goat
You wouldn't
up
have to
there.
cut your grass.
Well, we up there around the pool
Uh-huh.
where the pool fence, it is just overrun right
Yeah.
now. And I used to keep the fences cleaned off. I did all the I had my own very special trimmer things that were ergonomic, and they were great. And I used to do all of that.
Yeah.
And
But now you can't. So you need a goat or a rabbit or deer.
oh, well, see, I just go ahead.
Morning, be you beautiful one. Good morning to you. Good morning, be you beautiful one. Good morning to you.
And so beautiful. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I just didn't
Good
know how
morning,
to
beautiful.
tell. on rabbits, so I just left it. It was our bunny, and she did good. Run around the house um, until I did have to put a cage, and then she died. And I think she really died because she was lonely. You know, how
Mm.
can you let something roam and then you put it in a cage? That
Yeah.
and yeah, she didn't make it, and I really believe it's because she was lonely.
Yeah.
We had to watch Piper last night because Jimmy got home from work and he, does the road patrol for the Kent County Sheriff's Department.
Uh-huh.
And he also is on the mounted patrol. So he has to go once a week to the barn to do chores. And it was his day for chores, and he only had been home 10 minutes, and he didn't want to leave Piper home alone. We were on our way to the doctor for my shot. So he brought Piper over. My mom stayed till we got home, which was about 15 minutes after when she would have had to stay because she was here to
Um,
watch Callan. So she
yeah.
watched Piper till we got home, and then we had Piper till he got home.
Yeah.
Oh no, Mystic.
Aw, turkey vultures.
Well, we had ours inside, and that was during the time. Then the next thing you know, at the same time, we had two rabbits in the house. We had two snakes in the house. We had a iguana in the house. We had a tarantula in the house. One of our dogs in the house.
When was this?
And oh, when we lived across the street, the kids were young.
Oh,
Because Casey, I'd always tell them, don't stick your finger in the snake cage after I feed them. When the mice, I would have to feed the mice. I didn't like it, but that was, I had to. So it was like the little wire, and when I went to wash clothes, there was some blood on Casey's shirt, and he was little. He was probably about 7 or 8. And I said, Casey, why is there blood on your shirt? And he looked down and he showed me his finger. He had eaten something, and the mouse was like climbing around, and he had stuck his finger in there, and the mouse bit him.
oh no.
And then another time, oh, I wouldn't have wanted to seen that, Misty. Another time, he stuck his finger in the snake cage, the other snake cage, when the snake had already zeroed in on the mouse, and the snake bit him and scared him to death. And
Yeah.
they do have these fine teeth.
Right.
And I said, well, Casey, you got to stop sticking your fingers in the cages. I done
They weren't
told you.
they weren't poisonous snakes, were they?
No, one was a ball python. The other, mine was a red-tailed boa. And then,
Oh, little bitty things. Never mind.
yeah, I mean, the ball pythons don't get as long.
Hmm.
They get like fat. The red-tailed boa we sold, but she's beautiful, beautiful snake. Both of them were. Um, but the iguana was mean as crap. When it got 4 foot long, I found a home for it because I never could. Even putting it in the
4 foot
bathtub.
long. My
Yeah,
goodness.
yeah, and it was
They
in a
get that
cage.
big? I've always seen them as
Yeah.
like
My sister had,
18
and
inches
her
or 20
husband
feet.
had a big, big iguana, and
Ooh.
I was so flippin' scared of that thing.
And
And
he
they
knew it
his
too.
name was BGB for Big Green Booger. And I was so afraid of that thing. I would walk in the back door. I'd say, "Is that thing in its cage?"
Yeah, I don't blame you
But
there.
my sister wouldn't even come in the front door. What do
That
you
thing would
have?
snap its tail at you. That's what scares me.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it most of the time wouldn't get you, but that rare time it would connect, that would hurt.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
had it. I had Iggy on my shirt one time the reason I got it, the pet store guy that we used to buy mice from, he had a huge one. And it was so tame. I could walk up there and just pet down its back, and it was so calm.
Oh,
And so I got one. I took it
he was the
out.
hook.
I handled it. Tried to do everything you're supposed to do. But anyway, one day I walked next door because the next door neighbors never knew what I was going to have. So I walked over there and I had it on my chest and I was petting it. When their dog barked at it, the tail come up and slapped me 3 times, like across my face. It felt like
Ooh.
somebody took a stick and
Mm.
hit me,
Oh
and
my
it
goodness.
wanted to go crazy. So I hurried up and got that sucker back home. I ended up getting it in this cage, and I'm like, whoop, because the dog is their natural enemy, and their natural thing to protect themselves is their tail.
Right.
And a full grown one in the wild can break a man's leg
I
when
can
they
believe
get
that.
a certain,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But anyway, yeah, I gave it away. I found a home. I rehomed it. I didn't let it loose out in the,
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah, that would be irresponsible.
Oh no, see Denise, I would be afraid of a parrot that would attack. I'm good with birds as long as I can pet them. I don't want to be attacked by nothing.
Mm,
I'd
Good
no.
rather be.
morning, Lady Chaos. Good morning to you. Good morning, Lady Chaos. Good morning to you.
Welcome,
Good
Lady
morning.
Chaos.
Oh,
Welcome,
thank you, Lady
welcome.
Chaos.
Um, our show is sometimes you might tune in and you never know. We're a box of chocolates, and we have been
Never
a
know what
box of
you're going to
chocolate.
get.
And today it's been like, okay, do I bite into? Is this going to be cream filled? Is this going to be yucky? And I put it back. And my mom would get so mad. My dad would get her these huge. He would get each of us a small box at
Hmm.
Valentine's Day. My mom would get the humongous heart. And she would say, I don't care if you eat it, don't take a bite and put it back.
Yeah.
That's why you're
And
supposed to stick your little finger in the bottom so you can see what's in there and then stick it
Oh,
back
there you
down.
go.
I didn't know that trick.
Neither
Yeah.
did I.
You
No,
stick
I
your
didn't.
little finger in the bottom so you can see what's in there, and then if it's not what you like, you just put it back down, and they don't see that it's bit or touched or messed with or
At
anything.
that time, there was 6 of us kids from the age of 16 down to the age of 2 or 3
Oh, wow.
or
So she
2.
didn't know who left it behind.
So yeah,
Mm.
but
Lady
Dad,
Chaos, thank you for your compliment about my chica here. She's she enjoys being here during YouTube
Loves
time.
hanging out with us.
Yeah, she likes to hang out with everybody.
our big lizards there, yeah, in Australia are goannas.
Oh, okay.
Yes, goannas. Yeah, wasn't that off Crocodile Dundee? Is that what he was cooking in Crocodile Dundee 1?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, fresh chicken eggs. Yes, I would love fresh chicken eggs, and I really want a goat, you guys. I live in the city limits, but um, I want a goat. I want a nanny goat. I don't want a billy goat.
Yeah.
I'm scared of billy goats. Oh, crabby.
You have a good day too, Krabby Girl.
Yeah, Krabby Girl, thanks
Yes,
for
That's not
thank
coming
you.
in.
Krabby.
You're
Thank
such a
Thank
you.
sweetie.
And it's wonderful because when I'm sitting in here in my kitchen after this goes off and I'm looking to see who's live, I am finding I'm coming across different channels and I'm finding more of like Krabby Girl and
Hmm.
and the other one I
Oh.
Crochet Me Pink Kelly and some of the other people that I have
Hmm.
come across, you know, that are live and I'm oh Hetty.
Hey, Vicky, how you doing?
And Vicky, where's Vicky? Good morning, Vicky. You guys, I know Vicky and I know Hetty. They love Porch
Hey,
Church,
Hetty.
and if you guys had looked on Facebook, you'd understand there was a loss today. Um, Casey had a friend that did our tattoos a few years ago, and he's a good friend of Casey's. He committed suicide. Casey found out this morning. So you guys, prayers for Casey. Casey put
Hmm.
out that if anybody need to talk, that he was there. So you guys keep Casey in your prayers, and
So,
Good
Traci,
morning,
yeah.
Vicky Porter. Good morning to you. Good morning, Vicky Porter. Good morning to you.
And
And that,
Hetty. And Hetty. No,
just call
that's
her Hetty.
Kim.
Yeah.
No, that's
Good morning to Hetty. Good morning to you. Good morning to Hetty. Good morning to you.
and see Kim. I keep popping you up there. Hey Kim, oh Denise. Yeah, I would not. Denise, I would
Sorry,
not
Denise,
want.
that's just too funny.
I know. I would
Oh,
not want because you know what? A parrot can. A big
yeah, they're,
parrot can break a broomstick.
oh, yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Kim. Prayers for that family. And I showed
Yes.
earlier in the broadcast. I showed my the beautiful tattoo that me and my son went and had done um, when Casey was going to get a tattoo, and I said, "Oh, son, don't get another one." I said, "What are you going to get?" He said, "I don't know, but Justin does tattoos." And I said, "Why don't we get one? Why don't we?" I said, "Because the chicken feet on my right ankle." I said, "That feels more like Tiffany. It never felt like it was really you." I said, "So I have chicken feet that are like me and Tiffany, and then I had one like little chicken feet that was my grandson, and then I always said the other one was Casey, but it never felt like it meant for me and Casey."
Yeah.
So when Abriana come along, because I was like, that hurt so doggone bad right down there on that ankle bone. I can't go back and have another one done there. I
Hey,
love little
Derek's in.
girl. I
Good
love.
morning to Derek. Good morning to you. Good morning to Derek. Good morning to you.
And you guys, I was thinking, ooh, love baby girl, but that's gonna hurt to have another one down there. So what I did, I told Casey, I said, well, you know what? That completes it. That's me and Tiffany and Joey and Abriana. That's what my right one stands for. And I said, how about we get on our left ankle? And so Casey and I have matching tattoos on our left ankle. Was done by the young man in his 20s, early 20s. That he committed suicide. So Casey posted in on Facebook. He posted in Porch Church Network, and he posted in my suicide awareness. So you guys keep that family in your prayers.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And everybody, I have a great support group because these ladies know, and most people out there know what I battle with. And I was just talking about the very thing this morning, and I um, I do have people to reach out to, and that's what when I feel the darkness, I that's what I need to do. And yes, I pray. There are Christians that have those battles.
Yeah.
Christians have that battle.
Well, it's because it's not so much an emotional situation as it is a chemical situation with your body not producing the right chemicals or enough of the right chemical to make your brain not go into that dark place.
And I call it demons. I feel
Well,
like
yeah,
we have angels and demons.
yeah,
That look over us and that bother us.
yeah.
I
They
said,
whisper
well,
in our ear.
I said I have that one,
Yeah,
and I really come out with it when the doctor said what he did, and I did the snotty mess of a post, and I didn't put a pretty thumbnail. I didn't thumbnail. I didn't. I just went live, and it was what it was, and so I understand people that struggle with that. I
yeah.
don't understand people that struggle with drug abuse, but
Well,
there's
you haven't
people
been
that
down that road,
I'm proud
so
of people that are recovering,
yeah.
and I am very proud, and I
I just
have.
don't. I just don't have what it takes to help them. So
Yeah.
at least I don't think I do. I mean, because I'm not
So-
experienced with their experience.
Yeah, so we have 2 family members that have that struggle. And I told Kevin, I said, I don't know how to help. I just feel helpless. And he said, well, you can't because you don't know what that's like. He said, but when you're at that point, he said, Darlene, you're not thinking of anybody else.
Good morning, Leticia. Good morning to you.
Hey,
Good
Leticia.
morning, Leticia. Good morning to you.
Hey.
Oh,
How you
I'm
doing, Leticia? And hey, Hetty.
She's about to go to work.
Oh, my goodness.
So Raven, tough love.
Okay, Leticia, have a great day, honey. God's blessings on your day.
Tough love hurts us because I'm a very stern person, and my sister was a very stern person, and she had to show tough love. And so when my nephew committed suicide, the ones that show tough love, it's very, very hard on his friends and family that had to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm at that, I seen that. And with me, all right, this is MawMaw's
I'm about to have to go stand out in the snow. I can't get my temperature to go down.
Yeah.
Woo!
It's an internal thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's partly, Willow, it's partly because I just stopped taking the estrogen replacement a couple of months ago, so I'm still having some residual effects of stopping that, which I needed to do, because you can't take that forever. And
sorry, Daddy.
also partly for the injection I had yesterday has steroid in it, so that can give you a steroid flush.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sorry to hear about your neighbor, Hetty.
That is sad.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It is sad. Your partner, your significant other, that's, your husband, wife, that's your heart, it's hard.
Absolutely.
That's your neighbors
Whole
going
life
through that.
times,
Yeah, exactly.
I said to my husband that we've been married 31 years.
Yeah, that's right, Raven.
And I can't remember a time, I can't remember a time. I feel like I can't remember a time I wasn't married to him. He's just so much a part of my life.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Oh, I bet he is lost.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry. We'll definitely keep him in our prayers, Hetty.
I may try that, Willow. I would be willing to try that. Black and blue kohash. Complex. I'm going to write this down. Complex black and blue kohash.
Is Mama okay? Good. Oh, Hetty, I'm sorry you lost your husband. Yeah, so your heart definitely goes out to your neighbor. I know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. 14 years ago. Well, it's probably, you always miss him.
Yeah,
you definitely miss him.
Hetty does have, when it's the anniversary of that time, it hits.
Yeah.
And
I would imagine.
And Hetty, that's one of the people that Casey told me, make sure, Mama, that you call or go over there today. It's a woman that they're like family. Her husband and my husband drove trucks together. She worked at a truck stop forever. And when she became disabled, because she had vertigo that will never go away.
Oh, poor thing.
And I've had vertigo, and I cannot imagine every day knowing that it could flare up. So she has to take medicine to help her with it. But when she come out of work, she worked at that place 30-something years at that truck stop. It never missed a day. She worked nights. And the people were Christian run. Their boot outlet right across from the truck stop very expensive. Their son wrote a book and all this kind of stuff. But do you know when she got sick, they did not visit her in the hospital.
Hmm.
They just let her go.
Oh
Or
my
they did
goodness.
not give her a retirement, say retirement, and give her just like a party.
Oh
No.
my goodness.
So
Well,
you know what? Mm-mm.
that's
Uh,
just terrible.
so I was glad when he was like our state, he run for state representative and he got it. And I thought he was a good person until that. And I'm like,
Yeah,
you don't do that to somebody that was never out of work.
that was so loyal to you.
Hetty, Kevin is
Hmm.
my best friend.
Oh, Neville, not you too. Oh.
Oh,
Yes, your phone is here. My mommy just got here. I'm gonna pop off, you guys, because Frank's got a call here in a minute, and Mom just got here, and I love you all.
hey,
We love you too,
Mom.
honey. Love you too. Thank you so much, Tracy. So good to see
All
you,
right,
baby.
good to see
Love
you
you.
guys.
Love you. Hetty, I
Okay,
will
we will.
do it.
Yes.
I've got to get a bigger sheet.
I need to start writing things down. I have got to get this room rearranged so I can do things better. But I've got a couple of little hiccups with this room, and I haven't worked out yet. And I guess that's part of the reason why I haven't moved things around
Well,
yet.
I don't have hiccups in that room in there. I have a tornado that hit that room in there.
Well, you
Casey
think that
had
that's
it.
what he had here too.
Casey had it
Immaculate.
immaculate. He did. He had it functional and all, but the more I had to pull stuff out and
Well, you have to pull things out in order to find what you need to work on. And you also need to have the other stuff ready because you could need it too. So, I mean,
see
it's kind of a rough spot to be in.
one side, and if you guys go like to my introduction page or there, Casey put some videos out there that he linked them to mine that showed when we were in there and he was working. What it was, he had me in front of the computer watching the chat, and every now and then he'd say, "Mom, do you need this right now, or is it something that can be
A
replaced?"
black hole.
And I would tell him. So I think some things I'm sure trash.
Oh, hang on. Willow says she's heading out too, folks, because it's time for bed for her.
All right, Willow. I love you.
Love you, Willow. Have a blessed day, hon.
Hetty, I will tell Casey. I will tell Casey.
Good to see you.
So yes, Hetty's neighbor, Robbie, needs prayer. But
Closed door exploded.
And Hetty, keep Casey in your prayers. If you
Yes.
go to his Facebook
Yes.
page of, if you go to his
Yes.
Porch Church Network, you'll see what's happened, what he heard, what he found out this morning.
Love you, Willow is right. Yeah.
Yeah, I got gifted so much stuff, you guys. The Lord, for some reason, decided, Darlene, you're going to have to make stuff with jewelry.
Cool deal.
And, it started out little here and there, and then it's kind of, it exploded.
It's blossomed.
Yeah, so.
Exploded might be the better word, yeah. Tell Casey hello, and I'm praying for him and his friend's family.
LizzAnn said tell you hello, and she's praying for you and your friend's family. He nodded. But, yeah,
And
at 11
people in the chat are saying the same thing, that they're praying for Casey.
And at 11 o'clock, I guess I'll come off here, and I might get this prayer jar. I've got 2 prayer jars I'm working on. I
Mm-hmm.
need to get them finished and, go through some stuff. But don't forget, you have to make the foil hat.
Well, this is
And
only Wednesday.
yeah,
I'm good at doing it at the last 5 minutes,
Yeah, me and you are. But if anybody out there that's on my Facebook, if you guys want to make a tinfoil hat, take a picture, put it on Crafting with the Crawlies, and I can always friend share.
How sweet, Denise.
Thank you, Denise.
That's so sweet, honey. We love you, Denise. We love you all.
Denise, I was late this morning because I was talking about the very thing before I even found out what happened. So, all right, Neville, it's already Thursday.
Woo.
So, Neville, you better get busy. It's
Yeah,
all
if you want
because of
yeah.
it's all because of LizzAnn. That everybody said we have to put foil hats on to keep the solar flares from hitting our brain.
Oh yeah, we don't want that plasma affecting us, definitely. Either.
And thank you, Kim. That was him behind us.
I'm going to be starting to paint on these pretty soon. My Hosanna stones. I've done them before.
Neville, you better get you some foil. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, he lives here and he helps. Does he have family heading down this way? But yeah, Casey, he takes us to doctor visits. He does his dad's laundry. He does housework.
He's a caregiver in the midst of the situation because Darlene's limited as to what she can do. And MawMaw's definitely limited, and Kevin has to work, of course. And so thank God he sent Casey into their life back 30 years ago, whenever he was born, because he has been a blessing to their family to fill in the gaps. Wherever is needed, he fills in the gaps. And whenever he needs something, everybody else fills in the gaps for him. So
yeah, and
it's a family what do you call it?
The family
mechanism that works together. Yeah.
And by he and I having the same emotions and stuff is something that he knows when I need talking. When I need to talk, and I know when he needs to talk or when he just wants to shut himself. You can
read each other well
in the bedroom and
yeah.
Okay, so Robbie has a nephew that lives down south. See, Hetty.
So where does Hetty live?
Where do you live, Hetty?
What state? You don't have to. If you don't want to share, it's okay.
But see, Hetty, you're looking for somebody to help you. And that's why a lot of people don't realize what a caregiver is. When I could do it, I was. I knew what MawMaw was or wasn't supposed to eat, and I would keep up with all that, and I would do the grocery shopping and come home and cook, and I mean, right now I'm able to, fix her morning toast and do her coffee, which she hadn't had this morning. Yeah, bless your heart, New Jersey. Bless your heart, Hetty.
She's in New Jersey?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a ways from here.
But
I'm in Texas.
Everybody doesn't understand that. Everybody, doesn't understand why somebody's not working.
Right.
And it bothers him because people will be like, he's 30. Why is he not working? And he didn't come out of work until it got to be where They still don't know why, but I was falling, and he would have to jump off a call that he was on in his room. He worked from home, and he was having to pick me up off the floor, pick MawMaw up out of the bathtub when she fell in the bathtub. There's things that him being 6'2" or 6'3", that he's had to do
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
So there's things that, what would we have done?
Yeah.
I can't pick MawMaw up. I can't. He's tall. My shoulders got to where when I had shoulder surgery, it put me in a depression because I did not, I thought, okay, my right hand, I can do everything. Well, it ended up my right arm hurt from being overworked.
Right.
And, he took that time to clean out a lot of things and declutter my bedroom. He said, Mom, when's the last time you wore this? I said, donate. Well, we got so excited donating, and then we had the tornadoes in Alabama that right down the road from us that destroyed like a whole area. Well, we had cleaned out cups and stuff out of the kitchen. We cleaned out stuff out of.
And that switch is all, I also have a switch here each it up.
Okay, I don't have time right now to talk to Humira. But he was decluttering, and of all things, we had so much stuff to donate. There were brand new blue jeans, brand new. There were clothes with tags still on them. And as he held stuff up, I said, Casey, I don't want to get back down to a size 7 or 8 or 9. I said, I wasn't healthy when I was down to.
Together for contacting too many layers of records, so like federal
Yeah. God sometimes calls us to do things we never expected that we'd ever be doing, and sometimes that means helping our family, before you ever thought you had to. And that's pretty much what what's happening in your world, Darlene.
Yeah.
Where Casey God has put him there amongst you and kept him there, because his purpose is for him to help you.
Yeah, and I never, when he was in high school, and God kept telling me, Casey, it's going to be all right. I never thought that he would be in a ministry, and that he would turn his life. I mean, Casey was saved at a very young age, but I never knew that he would end up being called to be a minister.
Yeah.
And he feels like, well, I can't be recognized as a minister, Mom, because I didn't go to a seminar. I said,
Or a seminary?
Yes. I said, you don't have to be.
Right.
Used to go to churches that was old Baptist. God called, and my
That's right, Hetty. God gives us the strength. Sorry.
No, that's fine. My grandmother used to tell my other brother, she said, you're going to grow up, I'm going to have a grandson to grow up to be a preacher. And me and my little brother used to fight. We would roll around in the dirt fighting because there's 2 years difference between us. And, I would think, oh, Nanny, I can't see Ronnie being a preacher. And he never was. But little did we know that it would be her great grandson,
right,
that would grow up to be for God to call for that. And we talked about that riding to pick up supper last night. Casey will say, I'll drive, Mom, if you want to ride with me. And I will. It's right up the road, but I'll ride with them. And I said, God, Casey, there was a reason that when I had to come out of work, that disability at the moment didn't work, that the insurance turned me down, and I had to go 3 years of me in my room and me crying out to God, And then, then after 3 years, it was like he said, "Okay, Casey." And he kept waking Casey up night after night after night until Casey said, "Okay, God, what do you want? What is it you
It's
want?"
like Samuel.
Yeah. And see, and it doesn't come cheap to hire somebody to come in,
Oh no.
especially what, every day, all day long, to
And
be
then
there.
right, and then you've got strangers in your home that sometimes you come to know them. Well, sometimes God brings those people in our home for us to reach out to them with His love and His word and telling about His salvation.
Yeah, and so we're
And
having nurses come in and
yeah,
out right
yeah.
now. But so I told him, I said, if I had money coming in when I first come out of work, would I be on here doing this? Probably not, because God knew I needed to get back in the Bible, and
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't think to read and retain. So that's how we started. August was a year ago, you guys. That's how the Porch Church Network began, was on our front porch. And I will put that link. It started on the front porch, so that's why Casey said, "Well, Mom," and I said, "Son, it says where two or more are gathered together, there I am also."
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "So God is here with us." And then he set the phone up to where we could FaceTime his friend April, so she would
Mm-hmm.
come on every morning with us. And we still done it from our front porch.
Mm-hmm.
And reason in parentheses, that's where my ministry began.
Right.
So see,
Oh,
Debbie.
there you go. Yeah, on hospice. Yeah, that's hard when you know they're on hospice.
Yeah, and hey, we've had hospice come out when MawMaw was real bad,
Mm-hmm.
but home health, she is on home health, and when she gets real down with her strength, they come in and they check her. They do all that. So we're blessed.
That's true. You're right, Denise. If you're going to be bringing someone in, you do need to pray about it, because even someone you may not be able to trust them. You just never know.
Yeah, because bad people will steal medications and
Right.
stuff like
Or
that.
even things that are valuable to you, and if they think it's got some kind of value, some people will borrow your
Yeah,
items and never bring them back. So it's very hard
yeah.
to
And
have others come in.
so I remind Casey, because he does have what I call a full time ministry. I
Mm-hmm.
said, "Son, you do have that," and he is trying to structure that. So if anybody, I told him, I said, "We'll get a laminator. I have a laminator." I said, "We'll start getting sheets, and if somebody
Mm-hmm.
wants a certificate as being part of the Porch Church Network,
Right.
email him. Let me get the email, and he'll even send you the, what do you call it, LizzAnn?
The PDF file,
Yeah,
the
what's the
form.
it is that he has planned for like the next week.
Oh, the newsletter.
The newsletter. But even like today, you don't know really what tomorrow's going to bring.
Oh, we
You
never do.
guys,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to have to jump off. This is Humira, so I'm going to have to take this call. I love you guys. Oh, no, Denise. Hello.
Oh my
One
goodness.
second, and let me shut down the
Yeah,
computer.
that's
One
the
moment.
thing. You don't know who to trust.
One moment. Um,
Well, God's blessings on your
all right.
day,
You guys,
Denise
I love you
and
guys.
Darlene
Like
and everybody else.
LizzAnn said, God's blessings on all of you, and I will be here in the morning. I love you guys, and thank you so
Love you,
much
everybody.
for being here.
Y'all have a blessed day, and we keep everybody in our prayers and all the things that you brought up. Good day.